You know, many people think of food as a source of energy, but for one West Philadelphia man, it means so much more. Vittoria Woodill tells you how his passion for cooking helped him discover his family history in this week's Justice for All segment.
This plate is so loaded. I could take any one of these components and dissect them and create a whole thesis behind them.
Have you ever thought about how a plate of food not only holds the things that fill our bellies, but maybe a few breadcrumbs that can connect us even deeper to our past?
This see on the red piece, it's a direct link back to West Africa, and that it came from West Africa through the mid-Atlantic slave trade. The sprouting gives them a different kind of flavor.
Well, for Omar Tate, a chef and artist from West Philly, the plates of food he's been serving around the country for the past 3 years have been soaked in storytelling as part of his Honeysuckle pop-up dinner series, with an intention to soothe an appetite for endless learning about African-American culture through generations.
I feel like I'm in a constant conversation with the ingredients. A lot of black people, those who are descendants of slaves, can only trace their history back to their grandparent, or maybe their great-grandparent. But we don't really know where we came from as we originated in this country, as that goes back to West Africa. And so a sense of home and a sense of place and a sense of location is a never-ending search for me.
A quest that led him this past Memorial Day to learn more about his great-grandfather. Omar didn't know he was a soldier stationed in Germany during the Vietnam War.
I was told that he was a Black Panther, he was a political activist in South Philly, so they fought against police brutality, and they advocated for the rights of the citizens in that neighborhood. My grandfather started a community center down there for the children and things like that, but I didn't know that he did all of that after he came back from Vietnam.
And if he never would have searched for more, this plate of food may have never been created. And he may have never seen the photo journal made by the man Omar never met, but maybe is most alike.
So I went to my aunt's house to celebrate Memorial Day, and we ate, and we were just digging through photos. She pulls out this album, and I see all the photos with poetic caption that he writes, but then one of the photos is him cooking New York strip for a bunch of soldiers, and the caption was, how do you like yours, right? And so I just began to ask my mom about other things that he liked to eat. The greens are the thing that he loved. The steak is the thing that I saw him cook, and I'm a cook, so that connected me to him in that way.
Isn't it amazing what you learn when you ask the question and what you wouldn't have known if you never would have asked about your grandfather?
Right. I mean, exactly. That's the thing. And what really prompted the question was I learned so much about my grandfather from my mom, but I never crossed my mind to ask my aunt. Everyone experiences other people differently, and so what she has of him mentally, spiritually, and physically will be very different, and it proved itself to be very, very true.
So around the dinner table tonight, don't just ask what's for dinner, but what's behind those family recipes. You may just get a helping of history that's more satisfying than you know. I'm Vittoria Woodill for CBS 3 Eyewitness News.